Man knows that he is weak, but strangely he continues to disobey him, Allah, the Most Strong. There is no good talk, if it is not directed to gain the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Beware of pride, because in the end you will return to the ground and your body will be eaten by worms. There is no benefit of money if it is not spent in the way of Allah. There is no good in a person if his stupidity overcomes his patience. Without action, knowledge is useless, and knowledge without action is useless. Fellow Muslims should live like brothers. We are tested with hardship, so we are patient, but when tested with pleasure, luxury, we are almost impatient. The greatest truth is honesty, and the greatest lie is dishonesty. Whoever distances himself from the nature of complaining, then it means he invites happiness. Be like a tree full of fruit, growing by the roadside. The fruit is thrown with stones, but it is still rewarded with fruit. A shy and simple man is an amazing character, but a shy and simple woman is even more amazing. Whoever enters the grave without carrying provisions, namely in the form of good deeds, then his condition is like one who crosses the sea without using a boat. Since I converted to Islam, I have never filled my stomach, in order to feel the freshness of worship, and I've never been satisfied with drinking, because I really miss God. Follow the way of life that the Holy Prophet, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, showed you, Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, because indeed it is the right way. If you expect blessings from Allah, then be kind to His servants. A person who is afraid to cry, then he must learn to be kind to people who cry. Willing to go to great lengths to relieve the suffering of others is the true essence of generosity. When it is time for prayer, stand up and go to the place where your fire is burning and extinguish it. He who builds a mosque in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala builds a house for him in heaven. Charity is a guard that will guard us against the attacks of suffering. By praying, a person will get protection from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on this earth. Do not look down on every Muslim, even the weakest in faith is great in the eyes of Allah. There is greatness in the fear of Allah, satisfaction in believing in Allah, and honor in humility. People who expect heaven must be able to learn to do good to their fellow human beings. It is not permissible for a Muslim to insult another Muslim. What is small in the sight of the Muslims is big in the sight of Allah. If good advice has no effect on changing a person, then know that his heart is empty. The more knowledge you have, the greater your piety of Allah. Follow the way of life that was shown by the Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, because indeed it is the right way. One of the worst sins is a person taking his sins lightly. It's a shame that a bird wakes up earlier than you in the morning. The most intelligent intelligence is piety, and the stupidest stupidity is sin. It's hard to be patient, but wasting the reward of patience is far worse. Whoever distances himself from the nature of complaining often means that he invites a sense of happiness. When offering alms to a beggar, do it with humility and respect, because what you are offering is the offer. Be serious about preparing supplies for death. Life will surely give you abundantly.